What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to compare these two gloves. An affordable leather glove off of Amazon versus a high-end Hayabusa T3 boxing glove. Let's get into it. Okay, if you do any striking of any kind, whether it be boxing or Muay Thai or kickboxing or MMA, when you're sparring or when you're training, you have heard of Hayabusa, okay? There's no way you have not heard of this brand. That said, Hayabusa, in my mind, and over the decade plus that I've been training and all those things, Hayabusa has always been revered as like the high-end version of anything you can get. When it comes to training gear, if you're rocking Hayabusa, you got some money, okay? So Hayabusa, and the reason they're kind of held up as like a high-end brand is because they're expensive, right? And if you're gonna pay that price, then it better be high quality, high-end if I'm paying those high prices. Now, people training on a budget, or if you're just not willing to pay those prices, you're kind of always in the market for something that's more affordable. I know I am. Now, on my channel, if you haven't learned this by now, I'm all about finding comparable products or just something that I feel is fair in the way that it's built versus its price. When you make a product and you do a 300 to 400% markup, I'm just not down with you, okay? I'm not trying to push that kind of product. Profits are good, but I'm looking for something that I deem affordable, so I'm getting my money's worth in that sense. That said, I found this glove on Amazon. These gloves are called Steel Sweat. Weird name, but I won't hold that against them. I do like the design. If you look at this glove, it's pretty badass in the sense that I like the design. Now, if you pay close attention, it has a very similar design to this, and that is what prompted me to do a comparison video of the Hayabusa T3 glove and the Steel Sweat leather boxing glove. As far as the design, this might be a total rip in that sense. Now, it's designed similar, but is it similar? Now, this glove is $60. This glove is $140. So this glove is more than double the price of this glove. Is it worth spending $140? Let's take a look. Starting with this glove, $60. So aside from looking like a Hayabusa, how does it perform and how does it feel? Let's start from the top down. So it is leather, it's quality leather, it feels good. And these little designs here, boxing glove versus Muay Thai glove. If you've looked at my other videos, boxing glove carries the padding in the knuckle, and Muay Thai glove disperses the padding around because we block kicks on the back end and stuff like that. The cuff is usually meant to be a bit looser so that we can clinch. So this is more of a boxing glove. Doesn't matter, you can use boxing gloves for Muay Thai and kickboxing, but this is designed as a boxing glove. That said, how is it as a boxing glove? Well, the padding is good. Padding is solid up here. The design is here. I would say that it feels very similar. Also, it has this fabric material here on the thumb, and some gloves have been doing that, and their selling pitch on that is that as you're training, you can wipe the sweat off your forehead and stuff as you're training. I never do that. I'm not going to wipe my face on my glove. It's just not something I can really, I just don't make, it doesn't make sense. Plus, how would you clean this? You can't throw your gloves in the washing machine. So I just don't want to get like a lot of, I just wouldn't do it, all right? Not saying you can't, that's what it's there for. Hayabusa and this brand and some other brands who have done that where they make a fabric thumb, they pitch it as such where you can wipe the sweat as you're training. Now putting the glove on, it's a solid glove. Now it conforms quickly. When I put this glove on, it feels like it's worn in already. Now I have a bigger hand, and right now this glove on Amazon, they only have 14 ounces, the largest they have, and I train with 16-ounce gloves, mainly because of the power that I put into a bag and also because of the size of my hands. So with hand wraps on, this does get a little tight, so I had to break it in that sense. But just putting my bare hand in it, it's nice and cush on the inside. It's breathable on this side. It feels nice and soft. So putting it on, it feels great. It feels like a quality glove. A quality glove that honestly, $60, man, it feels like a great deal. It feels good. It's leather. The padding is solid. You saw some footage of me hitting a heavy bag, and I have other gloves that are even more expensive than this, that my knuckles hurt when I hit a heavy bag, and I only use them for sparring. But this, man, the padding is spot on, and it feels really good. And of course, they have the fabric. It feels kind of like suede, but I'm sure it's not suede. They have the fabric thumb here for the sweat. So yeah, it's solid. What is very different from the Hayabusa glove is the wrist, and I'll explain that here in a second. But the wrist is just a standard Velcro strap wrist, nothing fancy there. Okay, so the Hayabusa, immediately when you pick this up, the T3 glove, you can feel the difference in quality. It feels like an expensive glove, it really does. It doesn't feel like it's this far, like a leap ahead of the Amazon gloves that I was just holding, but you can feel that this is an expensive glove. Now, same thing, same movement here, supposed to be able to bend, so it's got this here. The padding is pretty sufficient, but it is a boxing glove, so most of the padding is in a knuckle. One difference they have here is they have this little strap here to let breathe so they can open more. That's different. They have the fabric here so you can wipe sweat on your face. The biggest difference for Hayabusa gloves and what they've their trademark is, and I don't know if they have it trademarked, but you don't see it on any other glove, and they kind of pride themselves on it, is the wrist strap system. So that is a big difference, is they have this X wrist strap system where it's two straps, this straps in and this straps in. So when you put your glove on, okay, you pull this strap tight, and then you pull this strap over. Now I have to admit that very few gloves secure your wrists like these Hayabusa boxing gloves. It feels super secure. But in the knuckle portion and the hand portion, it feels identical. It doesn't feel different than those Amazon gloves. It feels pretty much the same. But the biggest difference is this bottom part feels different. You can feel the difference in the strap. And of course, that's because that is a very unique wrist strap system that, again, is unique to Hayabusa gloves. Is it unique and important enough to spend two and a quarter times the money on this versus this? I don't know. And if you're asking me personally, no. I would go with this glove, a $60 glove that is pretty much the same from here up as a $140 Hayabusa glove. Now, if you've got the money and you want the high-end Hayabusa brand, you want that Hayabusa swag, you want that name on there, you want that unique strapping system for the wrist, then by all means, man, go get yourself some Hayabusa gloves, especially if you like the colors and the designs. There's way more options. The Amazon gloves come in one color, which it's fine. Black is fine. I don't know if they're going to release more colors later. Also, again, I want to reiterate that right now the biggest size they have on those gloves is 14. I'm waiting to see a 16 ounce because I would actually get a pair in 16. But yeah, if you want to spend the money on the high-end stuff, man, you can't go wrong with Hayabusa. they do charge a lot of money. But it is quality products, man. I've seen people use them for years. And those T3 gloves that I'm using in this video have actually been used for over a year, and they're solid. But if you're starting training, or you've been training and you're working on a budget, or you're just not that person that's willing to spend all that money unnecessarily, then those gloves, I was surprised to find those gloves at that price and that quality. So you should check those gloves out, man, especially if you want to get a decent glove at a good price. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this comparison video, and I hope to help you make the decision one way or the other. But if you really are looking for something that's pretty much a Hayabusa glove, but at a good price, then check those out, man. As always, keep fighting for fit, no excuses. Thank you for watching our videos, and be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep this thing going, all right? I will see you guys in the next video.